Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. You may hear a little bit of dog sound in the background because I have two dogs on the same floor who really want to be outside in the snow, but I'm only letting them out when I'm with them so that they don't get a whole dog and run away. Today we're just going to need our mat, and if you have a block or a strap, you might like to have that nearby too. And I like to start sitting up on my block. I'm going to go get my block and sit up on it. And can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So let's sit up really tall, and a bolster is good, a block, anything that gives your lower back a little bit of support. And we'll sit up tall, turning your palms up, dropping your shoulders away from the ears, and finding that nice smooth breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Creating a little more space between the earlobes and shoulders. Beginning to relax your jaw. We're going to move into that full yogic breath. As you inhale, guiding the breath into your belly, ribs, and chest, expanding until you cannot hold any more breath. And then exhaling fully. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. And exhaling fully. A few more. And we'll gently return to the natural flow of breath and invite you to bring your hands together in front of your heart. Taking a moment to pause, setting an intention for your practice. And as always, dedicating our practice towards finding more acceptance of ourselves and more acceptance of all that surrounds us, putting aside any feelings of self-judgment or competition, and allowing ourselves to fully enjoy this present moment. We'll take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, opening your eyes, and we'll release the palms down. And we'll come off the block and setting it nearby. And any special requests today, body part wise or pose wise, anything that's tighter that you want to work on?
My hips have been tight recently.
Okay. We can
Sciatica pain from here to there.
All right, glutes and hamstrings. All
Yes.
right. Yes. Okay. All right, great. And hi, Asia. Thanks for joining us. Carolyn and Asia, do you have any special requests for our practice today?
My lower back is doing that stuff again. It's not debilitating, but it hurts a little.
Gotcha.
It's like it keeps telling me, be careful, be careful.
All right. Well, we'll be gentle with it, and we'll do some gentle back bends and some things that might feel really good for your back, but not anything too much. Hey, Rose, welcome.
Hey.
Hey. We just need a block and a mat today, and I was asking folks if you had any special requests.
Just my usual, no knees.
Okay, all right, we'll be gentle there. All right, so we're gonna start from the head down, starting with the neck. So I invite you to drop your shoulders down and lengthen through the crown of your head. We're gonna drop that right ear over towards the shoulder and add the weight of your hand onto the side of the head. Extend that left arm out and drop the fingertips down. Good. Taking some nice deep breaths, sending that breath all the way down the neck and into the shoulder. And gently we'll gaze down towards your hip, chin in towards the collarbone. Take a nice, smooth, deep breath. Gently lifting the arm, lifting your gaze, And you can slide that left forearm down onto the ground, or you can prop it up on your block. We're gonna lift up, get as tall as you can from that hip out through the fingertips. And we'll turn our gaze down towards that bottom hand and reach that top arm further over. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, looking down and reaching over. Inhale, opening up the chest, looking skyward. Exhale, reaching over. One more time, reaching it up tall. And exhale, bringing it down. And inhale, sweeping it all the way up. And we're going to take goddess arms or our cactus arms, drawing it back and lifting it up. One more time, drawing back and lifting it up. And we'll release the fingertips down and gently allowing that left ear to drop, adding the weight of the hand, and extending that right arm out, fingertips grounding. Taking a nice, smooth, deep breath. Now we'll turn our gaze down towards the hip, chin into the collarbone. And gently lifting it up, and we'll slide that right forearm down. You can prop that forearm up on a block if you'd like. Turning that palm up and beginning to really open up the body, looking towards that top bone. And we'll reach down, looking over. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, reaching down, looking over. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, bringing it down. One more time, opening up. And exhale, bringing it down. And so we'll bring it all the way up and interlacing those fingers at the top, and then pause and re-interlace with the other pointer being the one in front. We'll reach up and then bring the arms forward and dropping the chin in towards the chest, rounding the back. And gently lowering the hands and taking the palms up and slowly opening the circle and dropping it back and down. Okay, we're going to plant the hands back behind us and bringing the feet as wide as the edges of your mat. We'll gently drop the knees to one side, looking over the opposite shoulder. And then we'll drop the knees to the other side, looking over that other shoulder. Good. Dropping the knees from side to side, looking away from the bent knees. Good. And bringing it back center. And we're going to cross that left knee over the right. And planting the hands, and gently, you can scoot your glutes as far forward as it feels comfortable, and we'll flex that front foot. Make a proud chest, really reaching it up. So from the side, if you have rounding, really try to lift up through your chest. Good, taking a nice deep breath, good. And gently switching sides. Opening up. And releasing, coming to hands and knees. And make it as gentle as you need it, so you can be on double padding if you need to. And spreading your fingers. We're going to take a few cat and cows. Inhale, lifting the chin, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, inhale, open up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, open up. Exhale, rounding. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounding. And then we'll return to a neutral position. We're going to work our core. I invite you to extend that right leg straight back behind you, flexing the foot. And then notice your foot. If the toe is turned out, we'll try to sickle it so that the toe is pointing straight down. And then reaching that opposite arm out. Sneak it back away. Good, lengthening out. Good, paralleling those hips. And gently lowering the arm and leg together. Extending that other leg, flexing the foot. Paralleling the hips, really reaching out, stretching out, lifting that glute and hamstring. And extending that opposite arm. Breathing. Reaching out long. Good. And gently releasing it down. We're gonna walk the knees as wide as the edges of your mat, big toes together, and shifting back into child's pose. Breathe. We're gonna come to tented fingertips, gently lifting your gaze and tiptoeing your fingertips over towards your right. So you get a big stretch for that left side body. And flat palms, allowing your head to rest between the arms, reaching it out. And then gently walking to the opposite direction. And allowing the head to drop between the arms. And bringing it back through center. All right. We're gonna bring our block towards the front of our mat so we'll have it handy when we need it. And spreading your fingers really wide, tucking your toes and lifting up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Beginning to pedal through the heels, bending one knee and then the other. Bending one knee and then the other. Good. So from the side, it'll look like a triangle. Good. And we'll keep that right knee bent and allow a big calf stretch to happen for that left leg. And then switching sides. Bending the other knee. Good. And then rooting down equally through both heels. We'll tiptoe the feet forward. Then come into forward fold. So in our forward fold, we're trying to stack our hips, knees, and ankles. Keep a soft bend to the knees if that feels better. There is a little bit of background sound. If you think you have that, you want to mute yourself, that might help. We'll bring the right fingertip center and inhale, sweeping that left arm up. Big bend in your right knee, and that left leg is going to stay straight. Opening up. So Lillian, this should feel good for that glute and IT band area you were talking about. Making sure that left leg is straight and right knee is bent. On your exhale, we'll drop it down. On the inhale, sweeping it open to the other side, breathing. And gently releasing it down. We'll soften the knees and inhale, reverse swan dive, bringing it all the way up. We're gonna stay up for a little bit, so I'm gonna tilt the screen a bit. Good. Staying up at the top, we're gonna extend the arms out. We're gonna encircle around that right wrist, lift up and lean towards your left, opening up that side body. And then lifting and lifting up through the other side and leaning in the opposite direction. Good, and bring it back through center. And we're gonna interlace the fingers, reaching up, looking skyward, softening the knees, taking a tiny back bend. And we'll exhale through heart center. Good, breathing. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, coming all the way down. Walking your hands onto the fronts of your shins. Inhale and half lift, flat back monkey. The thighs right back, heart and head reaching forward. Exhale, forward fold. Contract your quadriceps and inhale to sweep the arms out and up. Lift up tall, looking between the hands, and exhale, heart center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, swan dive. Soft knees, bringing it all the way down, forward fold. Walking the hands to the shins. Inhale, half lift, flat back monkey. Shoulders away from your ears, even more thighs rooting towards that back wall. Straighten those legs. Exhale, forward fold. Contract through the quadriceps. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up, lifting up. We're gonna soften the knees, interlacing your last three fingers with your pointers. Lift up. A little back bend, open it up. And exhale, heart center. Good, inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale, we're gonna stay at the bottom this time. Breathing. Changing this into a rag doll. So for rag doll, we're gonna bend the knees until the belly and thighs connect completely. So bend a lot until you have a soft bend in your knees, like you're squatting down. Hands to your elbow creases, head hanging. We'll shake our head yes. We'll shake the head no. And then gently straightening the legs, releasing the fingertips down. And I invite you to stack your feet. So we're gonna bring the right toesy woesies in front of the left. So you're gonna create a crisscross with your legs and trying to connect those pinky toes. You might find it helpful to have your block beside you. The back leg is straight, the front knee is bent. And allow yourself to sink in towards that front thigh. Take a nice deep breath. That back leg rooting back. Keep rooting that back hip back towards the end of the mat. And we'll soften both knees, uncross, and we'll recross with the other pinky in front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt that belly into that front thigh. Keep rooting that back hip towards the wall behind you. And we'll gently unwind and reverse swan dive. Bring yourself all the way up. And then exhale to heart center. All right, we're gonna stay up. And I invite you to grab your block. And if you don't have a block, anything that you can kind of pass under your leg is good. We're gonna work on our balance a bit here. So we're gonna balance on your left foot first, and we're gonna bring the block overhead up above us. We're gonna lift that right leg and gently pass the block underneath the thigh and up again. Gently pass, and you can use your water bottle if you want, or an imaginary block. We're gonna pass one more time in this direction, and then reverse the direction. Passing, big circle, big sweeping motion. Good, one more time. Good, and we'll release it down. Spreading the toes, softening the knee on that right side, and picking up that left foot. Flex the foot like it's propped up on a block. If that hip came up high, drop the hip down so the hips are level. We'll lift that block. And feel free to hold on to a wall. And then we'll sweep 2 more times. Good. And reverse the direction. Sweeping it up. Sweeping around. One more time. Good. And releasing it down. Good. We're going to set that block down. And I invite you to step that right foot forward and left foot back. Good. We're going to bend into that front knee. So from the side view, I'll change this just a little bit. You want your knee bent in toward the square, in towards a 90-degree angle. And we'll reach our arms up into warrior one. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back and allow the shoulders to drop down and slide those fingertips down that back leg, opening up your chest, and keep that bend in the front knee, just opening up, breathing. We'll release the clasp, lift it up. We're going to open up now into warrior two, and you can change your position with your feet if you need to. You want kind of wrist over ankles. Lengthen out. We're going to turn that front palm skyward, back hand heavy down the back leg. Lift up, reverse warrior, looking towards that top thumb. Open up, bend into that front knee until it's towards a square. Good, beautiful. Open up. Good, and we'll bring it back into warrior two. We'll bring that front forearm onto the thigh, top arm straight up. Coming into the modified side angle, drop both shoulders back and then drop that upper arm next to your ear. And begin to rotate your ribs towards the wall behind you. So open yourself up. And lunge deep into that front knee, looking towards that top thumb. Couple smooth, deep breaths. Engage through your core, and we'll rise back into our warrior two. Good. Straightening that front leg, and then bringing a little micro bend to the knee. We'll shift our hips backwards, reach forward, and then down into Trikonasana. Shoulders back, ears back. This is a good time for you to either use your shin or your block. You can play with what feels best, inside or outside of that leg. We'll look up towards that thumb. Good. All right. We're going to gently release the top hand down onto the fingertips. And you can use your block here, right at the inside of your front leg. All right. We'll bring your thumb into that front hip crease and draw the hip back so that you level off your hips. If this back heel is off the ground, take a shorter stance until both feet can be flat on the floor and both legs mostly straight. And so if your front knee has a bend, you can come up even higher, like fingertips on your block, if that feels better. We'll inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head, and exhale, keeping that front hip rooted back. We'll allow the belly to root into that front thigh. Good, nice. So Amy, switch your thumb into the other hip. Other hip, yep. And then the block under that hand. Good, perfect. Yeah. You should feel that glute and hamstring stretch pretty significant here. Taking some nice deep breath. We'll gently bend into both knees and step forward, arriving in forward fold. Soften the knees, inhale, reverse swan dive, bring yourself all the way up. And exhale to heart center. Good, breathing. We're gonna take a chair pose. So I invite you to send the glutes back like you're sitting into a chair behind you. We're gonna try to lift all 10 toes and we'll bring one hand to our lower belly and one to our lower back. So from here, it's like you're zipping yourself up and flattening out the back and engaging through your core. We'll send the glutes down a little further and bring the hands onto the thighs. Rolling your shoulders back, ears come back. We'll reach the arms forward. Good. Feeling the hamstrings and glutes engaging, holding and breathing. We'll take an inhale to rise up, open your chest wide. And exhale through heart center. Good. All right. This time we're going to switch sides. So the other leg's going to be in front. So last time I had my left in front. This time I'm going to have my right in front, whichever side I didn't already do. And we're going to bend into that front knee, bending into a square. Okay. All right. We're going to square off through the chest. So you can ground through that back foot and square and bend into that front knee. We'll lift up tall and drop your shoulders. Good. We'll interlace the fingers behind us and allow the hands to slide down that back leg. Open up the chest. Good. And you can bring the hands slightly away from that back thigh if that feels all right. We'll release the clasp, sweeping the arms up. And then open it up into warrior two. Good. Drop the shoulders. Even more, lengthen out. We'll turn that front palm skyward and reverse the warrior. Bring that hand to slide down that back leg, lifting that top arm up. And this time we'll play a little bit with our balance. If you have tendencies of dizziness, just keep your gaze steady. Otherwise, I invite you to look down towards that back pinky toe and then up towards that hand. When you look down towards that back pinky toe, the next time, reach that top arm a little further back. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, look down, reach back. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale, reach back. And we'll bring it all the way back. Warrior two, dropping the shoulders. We'll gently bring that front forearm down onto the thigh and top arm straight up. And upper arm next to the ear. Okay, begin to open up through the chest. Good, looking towards that top arm. Lengthening out. Beautiful. Nice. Taking your breath smooth and deep. We'll gently bring it back into warrior two. Drop those shoulders, we'll straighten out the front leg And then gently keep a little micro bend. We'll shift the hips backwards, reach forward and bring it down into Trikonasana. Good time for your block. And we're trying to stack wrist over wrist. So rather than trying to reach really far forward with that hand, we'll just have that wrist right underneath the shoulder. We're going to open up, ears back. Smoothing out the edges of your breath. And gently we'll lower that top hand onto the block. And if your right leg is the one in front, then bring your right thumb into that front hip, that right hip, draw it back. We'll lift the back heel, swivel the foot to face forward and take a shorter stance for your pyramid. So that front hip has the thumb, we'll draw that hip back to level out the hip. So then inhale, lengthen, looking slightly forward, should feel that hamstring stretch. And then exhale, leaning into that front leg. It'll be nice, smooth, deep breath. Big the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. We'll gently bend into that knee, plant the fingertips and step into forward fold. Breathe in. Okay. We're going to bend knees until the belly rests on the thighs and then interlace your fingers so that the forearms are maybe connecting with the calves or hamstrings. And bring your feet about hip bone distance apart. We're going to press the legs straight, pressing those legs into the arms. Allow your head to dangle, head to relax down, bringing just a little more weight into the toes, into the front of the feet. Feeling that release for the neck and upper back. Breathe. Okay. We'll walk the hands to the front of the legs now and inhale into that half lift flat back monkey. Shoulders back, heart forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Hug through the legs, inhale, reverse swan dive, bring it all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Good. Breathe. Nice work. All right, we're gonna do some balance work. And I invite you to come near a wall if that helps. Otherwise, you can stay where you are. I'm already close enough to a wall that I can use it as my prop. We're going to come into tree pose and balance on your left foot first. So spreading your toes on your left foot, bringing that right knee out to the side. You can stay balanced on the pinky toe, the big toe. You can bring that foot up to your calf or anywhere above or below the knee. Okay. As long as the foot's not putting any pressure on the knee, you are good to go. And you can keep the hands on the hips. You can bring them out for support or lift them skyward. Dropping the shoulders down, belly is in, reaching out. Nice. Smoothing out your breath. Gently releasing it down. Good work. All right, let's do the other side, spreading the toes. And we'll kick that knee open. And you can use the wall. Drop those shoulders, open the chest, lift it up. Okay. Keep that knee open, hips open, beautiful. Shoulders back, ears back. And we'll gently release it down, releasing that foot. Good work. All right. We're going to come into a little thigh stretch, and it should feel good for your hip too. I invite you to balance on your left foot, and we're going to bring that right foot up towards your bum, and you can hold on to something. And try to square or level out your thighs. So if that knee is pointing further forward, try to bring it back. Okay. And we'll lift up. Good. Try to bring those thighs close together and lengthen out. Good. And gently release it down. We're going to stay with that same leg. This time that foot is going to cross right above the knee. And you can do this laying down too as a figure 4, but this is a standing pigeon pose. You can bring those arms out and we'll gently shift back. Good. You can keep the arms out, or if you're feeling balanced, you can bring the hands heart center, or maybe one on a prop and one heart center. Good. Taking nice deep breath. It's kind of like a number 4 pose. Create a number 4 with your body, sending that glute back. Smoothing out your breath. Inhaling fully. Exhaling fully. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good. Now we'll release that side. All right, you can balance with the wall. We're going to just take that thigh stretch. Soften the base knee. Thighs together. Heel towards your glute. Shoulders back. And you might lift up that opposite arm. So this is kind of the prep work like you would use to do your full dancer's pose. We're just taking the quad stretch for today. Try to press that knee down towards the ground and bring that heel in towards the bum. A couple more deep breaths. We'll drop that foot. Same foot. Soften that base knee. Ankle is coming up on to that thigh. And we'll shift back like we're sitting back into a chair. Either arms out for support or hands heart center. Play with the balance a bit. Guys, sending the glutes back. Taking nice deep breath. All right, gently lifting it up. Nice work. Releasing that down, releasing. All right, we're gonna work on stretching out our shoulders and upper body. I invite you to lift that right arm straight up towards sky, and then we're gonna bend at the elbow, and other hand is gonna come back. So we're trying to connect the hands. If you have a belt or necktie or yoga strap nearby, you can use that too. Trying to bring those hands close together, and then draw your ears back. Soften the knees, taking a nice deep breath. We'll gently allow that bottom arm to slide out, turning that palm open, top arm lifts, and we're going to come into that standing crescent. So reaching up and just leaning to the side. Top arm straight up. We'll reach both arms up, reach up, interlace your fingers and press it skyward. We'll bring it to heart center. Good. And other arm. Bending and bringing it back. Using that strap, ears back, elbow back. Trying to connect those hands or getting them closer together with your strap or necktie or belt. Ears back. And notice if you're doing the turtle, sometimes that happens when we're trying to get into the pose. Open up, take a nice smooth deep breath. We'll allow that bottom arm to slide out, palm to turn out to the side, top arm lifts, and we'll lean into that crescent. Open up through that side. And gently bringing it up center, and releasing it heart center. Good. We're going to try to come to a seat without using our hands. Feel free to just come down however it feels right for you. Dream your genie style with your arms. If your right arm is on top, you'll cross that left leg in front and bring yourself down. Okay. All right. We're going to extend that right leg straight out. bringing that left knee in, and you can have it to the inside or outside of the body. We're gonna lift up tall, dig in through the Achilles, and we'll take that arm out. So if your left knee is in front, right arm is out, we'll wrap it around the knee, hug it in, and then bring that other arm back. Fingertips tented on the ground behind you. You can keep hugging that arm around the knee, or you can hook your elbow on the outside for a little deeper twist. If that feels better, either hug or elbow hook. We'll look over that back shoulder, taking nice, smooth, deep breath. So hopefully this feels good for your back. Open up. We'll hug that knee in and gently lift that back hand, bringing it back through center and releasing it down. Other leg is going to come in, and either on the inside or outside of that leg, we'll lift up tall. And opposite arm wrapping around the knee. And we'll bring the hand back, fingertips tented on the ground. And I say that so that we can really draw that shoulder back, but keep the chest level, shoulders level. Lift open through that upper back, looking over that back shoulder. Take a nice, smooth, deep breath. Option to bring that elbow to the outside of the thigh if that feels better. Take a nice, smooth, deep breath. We'll gently hug the knee in, lifting that back hand, we'll bring it back through center and releasing it down. Extending both legs out. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Holding and breathing. Gently bring it in. I invite you to cross that right ankle over your left knee, flexing the foot and making that proud chest. And this time we're going to lean to one side and then to the other. Just bringing some motion to it, allowing it to drop to one side and then the other. Good. And then we'll hold center and scoot yourself closer, making a proud chest. So from the side, we're making a big proud chest and we're lifting our hearts, activating the foot. Open it up. You should feel that nice opening in the glute and hip. And we'll release, switching sides, crossing the other foot. Lift up, proud chest. And if you want, rock a bit from side to side. Okay. And then we'll hold center, prop up through the arms, open the chest. I will gently release. All right, we're going to come onto our bellies. I'll aim this a little differently. Good. All right, we're going to come all the way down onto the belly. And then prop up on your forearms so that your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. This should feel good for your upper and lower back. We're going to look over that left shoulder, looking back towards your pinky toe. And then gently looking to the other side. Okay. And then bring it back to that first side. And then over again. And back through center. And we'll lower it all the way down, making a little pillow, turning your head to one side. We're going to walk the knees as wide as the edges of the mat, picking up the feet, and then windshield wipering the legs from side to side. Good, and gently releasing it down. We're going to extend that left arm straight out and right hand next to your chest, and we're going to roll toward your arm. Propping the foot up behind the leg, and you kind of gauge how much of a stretch you need for that arm. by how much you lean back. You can keep your fingertips grounded, you can lift the other arm, or you can bring that forearm behind you. Take a nice, smooth, deep breath. So gently plant the hand and roll back through center. Okay, bringing that hand in, opposite arm out, then we'll roll towards the extended arm, dropping the foot up behind the body. Taking a nice, smooth, deep breath. You can keep the hand grounded, you can lift it up, or drop the forearm behind the back. Nice, smooth, deep breath. Gently unwinding, we'll place the hand and roll back through center. Okay. We're gonna extend the arms at our sides, palms facing the body. Exhale fully. Inhale, lifting arms and legs, reaching out. Taking a nice, smooth, deep breath, shoulders away from the ears. Breathing, lifting. Okay, get those feet off the ground. Lift, good. And lower it down. We'll place the hands and press up. And widening the knees towards the edges of the mat, big toes together, shift back, child's pose. And gently we'll come up to hands and knees crossing at the ankles and having a seat. I invite you to bring yourself to a wall so you can scoot your mat so that you can be up against the wall like so. And bring your block with you. All right, we're gonna sit against the wall and we're gonna bring our soles of feet together, scooting the feet about a foot on the inside. All right, so we'll scoot it in close and then line your body up. So maybe the wall is nice and cool at your house. Enjoy that. Shoulders, backs of arms, back of head. Trying to get all of you against the back of the wall or against the wall. Holding and breathing. Allowing those knees to come open. Okay. We'll gently release that out. We're going to bring our feet a little further away. Grab a hold of your block, bringing it to the most near version of the block and placing it between the soles of your feet. We're going to scoot the block in, and your knees probably won't go all the way down if the block is there, but trying to scoot your heels about a foot from the inseam of the body. And again, bring the back of the head and back of the arms, everything against the wall. Close your eyes and take some nice deep breath. Dropping your shoulders. You might have to hold on to the ankles if you find yourself sliding there. Take some nice smooth breath. Gently opening the eyes, we'll slide the block away. And this time we'll make it a little thicker. So we're going to bring it to the wider edge. Bring our feet to the edges of the block, a wider version of the block, and then scooting it in closer. Okay. Breathing. And maybe it is just like this, or like this, whichever way, maybe just like this is it. All right, placing it between your feet, sliding it in, and knees open, hands on top of the thighs, breathing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Holding here. Gently bring it in and remove the block. Bring yourself back into that first version of your butterfly and notice what you notice. Closing your eyes, bringing the whole body against the wall again, and just notice that deeper opening. Feeling the hips relaxed, the inner thighs open. And gently opening the eyes and releasing. Hopefully that felt really nice for your body. We're going to do some more work at the wall. So I invite you, you can scoot your mat away from the wall just a tiny bit. And we're going to be against the wall. When you're figuring out how far away, you want to be about an arm's distance away. And your outer leg is going to lift and bring that outer leg against the wall. Arms out and placing that foot against the wall firmly and stacking your hips. We're going to look towards that outer hand, trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. Okay. They were on the side of you. Got your foot against the wall. Pressing it against and trying to keep that other shoulder blade grounded. Try to flatten out your foot. Okay. And you can either have your arms stretched completely out, or you can have it in cactus arms, whichever feels better. And allow that foot to really be flat against the wall, so you may have to play with the length away you are from the wall. Be nice, deep breath. And close your eyes, turning your head away from the wall. Gently bring it up, swiveling around and coming to the other side. Opposite leg against the wall. Breathing. Gently bringing it back up through center. We're gonna rock ourselves up. How did that feel? Good. Hopefully, we'll plant the hands. We're gonna bring our feet as wide as the edges of the mat and just gently do that same move, looking over that back shoulder, dropping the knees to the opposite side. Opening up. Good. Okay. We'll bring it back through center, having a seat. All right, we're gonna do eagle arms. So this can be a nice shoulder opener. So I invite you to bring your arms out, and then we're gonna cross your left arm underneath your right. So crossing at the elbows, and we're gonna try to bring the hands together. They may not go, that's okay. And we'll bring the elbows away from the body. So the shoulder blades are coming further apart and getting a little stretch as the elbows come up. Amy's doing yoga. Somebody's peeking in at you. All right, you can join us. if you want. And gently release. We'll come open. And we'll do the other side. So the other elbow is going to come. Oh, I was about to do the same side twice. So the other elbow on top, hands together, and then bring the elbows away from the body. Good work. We'll release that, unwind. All right, we're going to take a reverse prayer position. So we're going to, from the back, you're just going to try to bring the middle finger and the ring finger, the pointer and the pinky together, and slowly bring it up the back. And it might stay down here as long as the fingertips are touching. We'll try to bring it up and then draw your shoulders back and chest open. So your shoulders are rolling forward, really try to puff up through the chest, open the elbows, breathing. And this is a good one to counter symptoms of carpal tunnel. So this is definitely a good thing to do if you spend a lot of time typing on the computer. And we'll gently release the hands and draw little circles. Good, and circle the other way. Good, and then just make little fingers. All right. We're going to bring our hands to the back of the thighs, rolling your shoulders back and lifting up proud through your chest. We're going to lean back and gently lift the feet. From the side, we're going to try to bring the shins parallel with the ground, draw those shoulders back, make a proud chest, and we'll extend those arms. Good. Nice. Good. Holding and breathing. And then dropping the feet down. We'll bring the hands back behind us. This is a big shoulder stretch. If you have sensitivities in your wrist, turn the fingers out. Otherwise, fingers and toes point in the same direction. Shoulders back, proud chest. We're going to lift the hips. Open it up. And gently lower the glutes to the ground. We'll grab behind the thighs, shoulders roll back, proud chest, and lift those feet. And the arms. Take a nice, smooth, deep breath. Plant, bringing the hands back, shoulders back, we'll lift the hips. And gently lower it down. We're going to come onto our forearm and extend the legs. We're getting ready for Shavasana. So if you're like, I don't want to do anything else, just know it's coming. Shoulders back, proud chest. We're going to lift up into that side plank. So we're on a forearm side plank. Good. Option to drop the knees if you need to. Option to lift that top leg if you'd like. We'll gently lower and switch sides. From the side view, try to check in. You want your shoulder and elbows lined up. Your elbows can be out to the side just a tiny bit, and we'll lift up. Okay. Looking towards that top thumb. Option to lift that top leg if you'd like. Good. Beautiful. And we'll lower it down. Good. All right. You're going to grab your block. We're going to do a resting bridge pose. So in resting bridge, the goal is to do nothing but rest on the block. Okay. So we're not trying to do anything active here. We're going to bring it down and we're going to scoot the block underneath us, underneath the bum. I used to say the lower back, but people would put it kind of high up. Try to put it on the lowest part of your lower back, which is really the start of the glutes. And bring your arms out, closing your eyes. Allow yourself to relax here. Soften your jaw, unhinge. Relaxing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Take a nice, smooth, deep breath. We'll gently lift the hips enough just to scoop that block out of your way, putting it away. You won't need it anymore. We'll drop the hips. And we're going to take a cross-legged supine twist. I invite you to lift the hips and shift both hips over to your right, dropping them off to the right. We'll cross that right leg over the left and allow both knees to fall left. We're going to turn our head away from the knees, opening up the chest, opening up the hips. Take a nice, smooth, deep breath. Very gently we'll unwind, planting the feet, lifting both hips, shifting both hips to the left, dropping them towards the left. Left leg crosses over right, both knees falling to the right, and looking over, away from the knees, closing your eyes, and then grounding through your shoulder blades. Taking a nice deep breath. Gently we'll bring it back through center. And I invite you to lift the legs both up towards the sky. I'm going to reach the arms up towards the sky and slowly lowering right arm, left leg. And then exhale to bring it up. Inhale, other side, right leg, left arm. Exhale to bring it up. Slow and controlled, inhaling it down. Exhaling it up. Good work. Inhaling it down. Exhaling it up. Last one. Oh, bring the knees in. And I invite you to rock yourself a little bit from side to side. And then we'll place a hand on top of each kneecap and draw some circles, keeping the thighs close together, drawing circles with the knees. And then letting the thighs come further apart and drawing circles with the knees again, making those circles a little bigger. Good. Then we'll grab the pinky side of the feet, flexing the feet, and trying to bring those shins perpendicular with the floor, and then try to ground through the glutes. Open it up. Close your eyes and enjoy happy baby. And see if you can rock one thigh towards the ground and then the other thigh towards the ground, rocking a little bit from side to side. And then holding center, we'll bring those knees in, lifting your nose towards your knees and hugging yourself into a tiny ball. And then stretching out, pointing your toes, interlacing your thumbs, and for just a moment, contracting every muscle in your body, arms, chest, abdominals, glutes, thighs, calves. Lift your heels, lift the head, back, bring face. And release. Sweeping your arms down towards your sides, closing your eyes, and preparing for Shavasana, final relaxation. If you're near a wall and you'd like, you can do legs up the wall. So just scooting yourself close to the wall and then extending the legs up. And you can reverse inchworm up the wall. So this is just an option for your Shavasana if that feels nice to have the legs elevated. We'll close the eyes and take these next few moments to fully relax. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Allowing all expression to leave the face. Imagining a warm light that hovers over your body. Filling yourself with warmth. Allowing everything external to relax. Your skin and muscles just to cloak over your inner light. allowing everything to fully relax. Relaxing the small muscles surrounding your eyes, relaxing your eyebrows, forehead, crown of the head. To yourself, my body is fully relaxed. My mind is at peace. Very gently as you're ready and only when you're ready. Beginning to bring small movements into your fingers and small movements into your toes. And slowly rolling onto your favorite side. And coming up to a comfortable seat. We'll bring our hands together at heart center. I invite you to close your eyes and take a moment to fill yourself with compassion. As you inhale, saying your name to yourself and saying, I love you, I thank you, I respect you. Breathing in, saying your name to yourself and saying, I love you, I thank you, I respect you. Remembering any intention that you set. filling yourself with a sense of gratitude for the time that you've given yourself for your practice. Allowing the peace and light within you to touch others in a positive way. Namaste. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
That was really nice.
Good. I'm glad you could join us. Nobody had to worry about driving in the snow and ice, so that's good. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you in real life in person on next Sunday. Does anybody have any questions?
No, it was nice.
Good. I like
Good
your photos.
Precious.
Yeah. All right. I like your sunset picture, Lillian. That's really pretty back there.
That was an old picture, 40 some years ago. I enjoy it. Feel
Good.
better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Bye, Amy.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye, Lillian.
Bye.
Have a
Bye,
good
guys.
day.